Welcome to the CA Database Management for Db2 for ZOS video presentation on Object ID translations. As a database administrator, you might need to perform a non-matching Object ID recovery when you are doing any of the following. Migrating data between like tablespaces with OBID translation with the ability to apply log records from different subsystems. Recovering a dropped tablespace. Remember, you can also use CA Log Analyzer for Db2 for ZOS for this purpose. And substituting for DS in one copy. Let's take a look at a potential challenge that can occur during data migration and how Object ID translation can solve it. You, a database administrator, are required to quickly migrate data from one Db2 subsystem to another Db2 subsystem. For example, from a production environment to a test environment. The attributes of the source and the target tablespace must be the same. During the migration, CA Fast Recover can perform only basic checks such as dataset size, page size, and so on. For recovery purposes, the first step in the process is to create a backup image copy of the data on the source Db2 subsystem using either CA Quick Copy or CA Merge Modify depending on the required availability of the object. Next, you reuse the image copy to migrate the data to the target Db2 system using the Object ID translation function of CA Fast Recover. For single table tablespaces, CA Fast Recover gets the object IDs from the catalog. For multi-table tablespaces, you must specify the old and new object IDs for each table. Keep in mind that a shared direct access storage device must be present between both subsystems for applying the logs when you specify the start RBA and sort log yes, and for checking edit procedures. A bootstrap dataset of the source subsystem must be defined in the parameter library. Unless you specify the no new copy keyword, an image copy of the recovered tablespace is created automatically. If you specify the rebuild control statement, CA Fast Recover rebuilds all associated indexes at the end of the process. If the online schema changes are not exactly the same on both sides, the indexes must be rebuilt in a separate step. Now let's take a look at the fully featured syntax for Object ID translation, including rebuilding indexes and copying the recovered objects. Because the tablespace we are recovering has always contained only one table, the Object ID translation keyword, or OBIDXLAT, automatically retrieves the object ID for the original table and the new table. Next, we'll discuss the options for Object ID translation. You can use the following keywords with the Recover Tablespace control statement to control tablespace recovery. Full DSN and full DD to identify the full image copy. Start RBA to specify the RBA to start the log record apply. End RBA to specify the RBA to end the log record apply. And OBIDXLAT to specify the object IDs of the table in the original tablespace and the object IDs of the table being recreated. You can recover the tablespace from any of the following: a full sequential image copy, a full sequential image copy with selected log records applied, and an inline image copy. The following rules apply to using Object ID translation. The target tablespace and its tables must be created before the recovery and must have the same attributes as the source tablespace and its tables. If the source image copy is of a partitioned object, all partitions must contain the same row format. Startup access is set to read-write. No row is created in syscopy for the recovery. Unless you specify the no new copy keyword, an image copy of the recovered tablespace is created automatically. You cannot recover from a flash copy image copy or a concurrent image copy. And to recover from an inline image copy, you must specify sort log no or sort log concurrent. When it comes to the status of the objects after the recovery, the tablespace is in copy pending status if you disabled creation of a full image copy by specifying the no new copy keyword. After the recovery, unless you included a rebuild index control statement to perform a concurrent index recovery, the indexes are in rebuild pending status. And tables with enforced referential constraints are placed in check pending status. When recovering tablespaces with tables that have rows of versions other than 0, you must rebuild indexes associated to the recovered table space in a separate step. You must specify the noNewCopy keyword and create the image copy using a standalone copy control statement after the recovery. We recommend unifying the data row versions by executing a reorg and copy before the object translation step. You can use the row format keyword to convert between Db2 reordered row format and basic row format when you use object ID translation processing on tablespaces. For IBM Security Guardian data encryption for Db2, the edit procedures defined for both source and target table must have the same compression dictionary and have the same encryption key. To enable recovery of such tables, specify OBIDXLAT edit proc yes in the PFR member of the CDBA parm dataset. The edit procedure must have the same name for both source and target table. The edit procedure defined for the target table must process the row exactly the same as the edit procedure defined for the source table. As you can see, Object ID translation is a powerful feature that takes a complicated procedure and turns it into a simple process. By using database management solutions from CA Technologies, you can streamline the tasks associated with managing a database. You can trust in CA Fast Recover to do the job for you. For more information on how to use Object ID translation and database management solutions from CA Technologies, visit our website.